I can send you a close-up pic.
Yeah, send me a close-up pic.
If you need to. Let me go ahead and send that to you. Now, this is about the bread and the fish everybody was asking about.
Yeah, everybody asking about the bread and the fish.
The bread and the fish, which is, is understandable.
And look at the suffix. It says feedeth 5,000 with 6 loaves and 7 clusters of grapes.
Oh, you know what? It's the last one I sent to you, bro.
All right, let me pull that up.
The last one I sent to you.
All right, check this out, y'all. Check this out.
Messiah feeds 5,000s. You know what I mean? We even got what he did for Passover.
All of that.
You know what I mean? The whole movement was against the eating of flesh. Even James in Acts told Paul, this is what you teach. He didn't teach it. You know what I mean? And that's directly against protocol, because Messiah was totally against it. That's the reason why he attacked the temple. Everybody talk about how he made a cord and flipped over the money changers table, the bankers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then he let the animals go free.
Facts.
All right. So this right here is in chapter 29. Chapter 29, Gospel of the Nazarenes. Y'all go get it. Go get it. It'll come right to your front door. You know what I mean? Which is the oldest, most authentic teaching of the Messiah, going right back to his disciples who were taught directly from him.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Look, even the church historians who don't agree with the Nazarenes admit that the Nazarenes possess an older, more authentic gospel than what we have and received after the so-called Council of Nicaea, when they determined what was canon and what wasn't. What was canon and what was heretical. Y'all, that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of your books didn't make it into what's called the canonized, authorized Constantine Bible. It didn't make it.
No, they didn't.
And a lot of y'all know that. All right, so this is chapter, 29?
Yep, chapter
Feeding
29.
the 5,000. He said to them, how many loaves do you have? Go and see. And when they knew, they said 6 loaves and 7 clusters of grapes.
Ooh-wee, y'all see that? So that's what he fed the people. He did not feed the people fish. And then you have to ask yourself, just reading it out of the KJV or any other version, if he fed them fish, they had just took a long journey. They was away from all the meat markets and everything. That's the reason why he had to multiply it anyway. They wasn't around grills and none of that. That's the reason why he had to multiply it. If they was eating fish, what, they ate sushi? They ate it raw? You have to start making it make sense. Then that means you had to eat it with the blood. Now, according to your law, we ain't supposed to be eating it with blood. So it's gonna look, it's conflicting scripture, y'all. I don't see why this is so hard for us to well, yes, I do, because it was hard for me at first. Yeah, so I can't even say that. It's understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable, man. You know what I mean? So it says right there, 6 loaves and 7 clusters of grapes. So it was bread. Look at it was bread and jelly. You know what I mean? 6 clusters of grapes, and he commanded them to make all sit down in ranks by hundreds and by 50s. And when he had taken the 6 loaves and the 7 clusters of grapes, he looked up to the heavens and blessed and broke the loaves and the grapes also, and gave them to his disciples to set before them, and they divided the food among themselves.
Oh, in Mahal. Yes, it's outside the scripture. We just got all the literature and gave you the history to it. But can you let's talk about the prophets saying the exact opposite from the law. I want you to call in. Call in, Mahal. Call in, because you always got something to say. Call on in. Let's see what you got for this. Call on in, please. 780-831-2335. You ain't finna be talking about nothing.
Right, and in the end, we telling y'all to stop doing something that is not a sin. You know what I'm saying? We telling y'all stop eating meat. You understand? What we saying is not sinful. You know what I mean? It's for your embetterment. Yeah. At what point we look, well, the most I said, I can drink strong drink and eat flesh, and some people use Genesis 1:29 to justify smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, at what point do we be, you know what, all right, I see that, but it don't make sense for me to even partake.
Yeah.
Because it don't. You know what I mean? And look, Mahar, I already know your studies ain't went this deep.
Not at all.
Your studies ain't went this deep. I've been in Israel 16 going on 17 years. You've been in Israel going on 30 years. I know you ain't went and researched the Council of Nicaea and got the transcripts from it. I know you ain't read the front of your King James Bible and the message from the translators to the readers. I know you ain't went and got the Gospel of the Nazarenes and read the historical context and tripped up all the church historians that vouch for
No, he
it,
didn't.
even if they disagree with it. I know you ain't went and dug down and got all the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles. All this stuff go back to the 1st century. I know you ain't got the epistles of Barnabas. I know you. So if your studies ain't went as deep, you know what I mean? And we ain't saying it's to boast or brag. It's just the truth. You understand? You're out of your league.
Yeah, Mahal, you know you out of your league.
That's all we saying. You out of your league.
Come on, man. Anyways, let's move past that.
Yeah.
All right, so what was up next? Oh, let me call Elder real quick. You said that 816, right?
Yeah, 816. Call him back. Call the elder back, man.
Let me call him real quick.
Call the elder back. All good with the brother. 816. He called in earlier. Go on back down.
Let me see. Right here?
Yep. That should be him. Hold on now. Yeah, I think so.
Let's just keep it real here, boy.
No, that ain't him. That's somebody else.
Oh.
Hold on. Call this number right here. I got you.
Let me look at it.
I got you, bro. Right here's.
Let me
You
see.
dig? And it's all solid, man. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. I know you ain't went that far.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that means you out of your league with this. Just sit down and listen. Dial the top number right there.
Well, we know. Come on, man.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? I know brothers ain't went that far. Like you ain't went to the Dead Sea Scrolls.
None of it. He don't even read outside the book.
You ain't went to Enoch, Jubilee. So that's outside the book. That argument don't fly with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because our studies have went further. You know what I mean? Wherever you at is where you at. We ain't mad at you, but bruh, you like think again before you try to challenge.
You don't have it.
Yeah, because your studies ain't as deep. They're
Not
not
deep at all. Not deep at all. Go back to it real quick.